Hello and welcome everyone. In today's class, we will continue the same chapter, that is drainage, and we will understand the map skills of this chapter. But before jumping into the map skill, we will discuss some of the common lakes of India. Now the slide in front of you shows the exact location of Nainital Lake and the Bhimtal Lake. Students, Nainital Lake is a freshwater lake and it is situated in the township of Nainital in Uttarakhand state. Again, this lake is also has a tectonic origin, so it is called tectonic lake also. It is crescent shaped, or you can say kidney shaped, and is the most popular hill station of the Kumaon district. And the another lake shown in this map is the Bhimtal Lake. Bhimtal Lake is situated in the town of Bhimtal in Uttarakhand, and it is the largest lake built in Kumaon district. It is also known as the Lake District of India. Now comes the Nizam Sagar Dam. It is a reservoir constructed across Manjra River, which is the tributary of Godavari River in Telangana. The purpose of this dam is mainly irrigation, and this Nizam Sagar Dam is the oldest dam of Telangana and is named after Nizam of Hyderabad. Next comes the Rana Pratap Sagar Dam. This dam is built on Chambal River at Rawatbhat in Rajasthan, and this dam is named after the warrior Maharaja Rana Pratap of Rajasthan. The main purpose of this dam is to produce hydroelectricity and irrigation. Now students, look at this image carefully. Here I have marked Kota Barrage and Indira Sagar Dam also. Actually, the main reason behind this is after the power generation at Gandhi Sagar Dam, Rana Pratap Sagar and Jawahar Sagar Dam, the water is diverted by this Kota Barrage for irrigation in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh and through the canals on the left and right side of the river. After this, Nagarjun Sagar Dam is there. Nagarjun Sagar Dam is built across Krishna River at Nagarjun Sagar, which straddles the border between Guntur district, Andhra Pradesh and Nalgonda district, Telangana. And the purpose of this dam is to produce again hydroelectricity and irrigation. Now the meaning of straddles here is मतलब फैला हुआ है, इसका मतलब है फैला हुआ होना. Now this dam is Hirakud Dam and it is built across Mahanadi River from Sambalpur in Odisha, and a lake is extended behind this dam which is called Hirakud Reservoir, and it is the largest dam in India and fourth largest in the world. Now let's remember some main points of this chapter which we haven't recapped yet. So the longest river in India is the Ganga River. The river called Sorrow of West Bengal is the Damodar River. The river on which the reservoir for Indira Gandhi Canal has been built is the Satluj River. Longest river of peninsular India is Godavari River. This Godavari River is also called the Dakshin Ganga. Tributary of Indus River originating from Himachal Pradesh is Chenab. चेनाब का एक्चुअली ओरिजिनेशन कैसे है? चंद्रा रिवर एंड द भागा रिवर, और ये दोनों तांडी जगह नाम की जगह पर जाके एक में इनका मीटिंग पॉइंट है, और वहाँ से जब ये दो स्ट्रीम सिंगल स्ट्रीम में कन्वर्ट होती हैं तब इस रिवर का नाम चेनाब पड़ता है. रिवर ऑफ साउथ इंडिया विच रिसीव्स रेन वाटर बोथ इन समर एंड द विंटर सीजन, that is Kaveri River, and the lake that lies between the deltas of Kaveri River and the Godavari River is the Koleru Lake. Now this is the most important part of today's class for which this session was organized, that is the map skills. Now before jumping into the map skill, let's recall three things, that is to locate a particular thing which is asked in the question, it should be accurate and proper. Secondly, the labeling should be neat and tidy. And the third thing is, after locating and labeling, we must fill the index of the map. So in today's session we are going to mark rivers as well as the lakes. Now the rivers which we are going to mark are Ganga, Satluj, Damodar, Krishna, Narmada, Tapi, Mahanadi and Brahmaputra. And on the second map we are going to mark lakes. These are Chilika, Sambar, Vular, Pulikat and Koleru lakes. So let's start our map work. In this map we will mark the rivers which are asked in the map skills. So first of all we will mark the Satluj river. Its origination is at the Rakastal, which is near Mount Kailash in Tibet. From Rakastal it originates and enters in India through Shipkila Pass, then moves in India. The river course of Satluj is like this in India, and from here it moves out of India and enters in Pakistan. Here in Pakistan, this Satluj river meets with the main river, that is the Indus, and this Satluj river is also a tributary of river Indus. This is your Rakastal, from where this river originates. This is the Shipkila Pass, from where this river enters in India, and this area is of Pakistan. In Tibet this river is called Langchen Khembab. In India this river is called Satluj, and after this, as it enters in Pakistan, it gets joins with river Indus because it is a tributary of river Indus. So mark it, now label it Satluj river. Next river is the Ganga river. Ganga river originates as Bhagirathi and Alaknanda, as it in the form of two streams. This is the Bhagirathi, which originates from the Gangotri glacier, and this one is the Alaknanda, originates from Satopant glacier. Then both meets at Devprayag, and at this point, at the confluence of Bhagirathi and Alaknanda, this river gets its name as Ganga river. And then this is the river course of Ganga river in the northern plains of India. Then at the easternmost point of this river course is Farakka, and from Farakka this river stream bifurcates into two. One stream enters in Bangladesh as the river Padma, so I am going to mark it as PR, and the other stream enters in Kolkata as a Hooghly river. I am going to mark it as HR. So this is the river course of river Ganga. Now label it as Ganga river. Next river is the Brahmaputra river. The origination of Brahmaputra is from Chema Yungdung glacier, or you can say Yangtze glacier. Then from Chema Yungdung glacier it started flowing towards east parallel to Himalayas, and this region is of Tibet and then China. You can say because Tibet is under the jurisdiction of China, and here the name of this river is Yarlung Sangpo. This river is called Yarlung Sangpo here, and then it takes a sharp U-turn at Namcha Barwa. मैंने आपको यहाँ बताया था ये एक ब्यूटीफुल गॉर्ज है जहाँ से ये नामचा बरवा से जहाँ अरुणाचल प्रदेश में एंटर करती है. Then it enters in Arunachal Pradesh. Here this river is called Dihang river or the Siang river. Then from Arunachal Pradesh it enters into Assam, and in Assam it is called Brahmaputra river. Then from Assam it enters into Bangladesh, and here in Bangladesh it is called Jamuna river. Then this Jamuna river get merged with Padma river and moves as a Padma river only, and थोड़ा सा बस दूर जाने के बाद, like after a little bit movement of this or river flow of this river, it get merged with the Meghna river. यहाँ से मेघना रिवर आती है, इसके साथ मिल जाती है, एंड देन इट ड्रेन्स एज अ मेघना रिवर इन बे ऑफ बंगाल. Next river is the Narmada river. Narmada river originates from the Amarkantak hills of Madhya Pradesh. This is the Amarkantak hills. Then it flows towards west and flows through Rift Valley also, and finally reaches to Gulf of Khambat, and from Gulf of Khambat it finally drains into Arabian Sea. So this is the Narmada river. Narmada river is also called Rewa river. Narmada river. It is also called Rewa river, and it is the lifeline of Madhya Pradesh. Now next river is the Tapi river. This Tapi river originates from Satpura ranges, then flows towards west. Again this river also flows through a rift valley, then from origination is in Madhya Pradesh, then flows through Maharashtra and then Gujarat, then reaches to Gulf of Khambat and finally drains in Arabian Sea. Both the rivers Narmada and Tapi are west flowing rivers. The only difference is the river course of Narmada river is more than the river course of river Tapi. Label it as Tapi river. Both flows through Rift Valley and both are west flowing rivers. Now next river is your Mahanadi river. Mahanadi river originates in the highlands of Chhattisgarh, then enters in Orissa and drains in Bay of Bengal. So this is the highlands of Chhattisgarh, enters in Orissa and finally drains in Bay of Bengal. But before draining into Bay of Bengal, this Mahanadi river forms a delta over here. So mark it as Mahanadi river. This is your Mahanadi river. And the next one is your Kaveri river. The origination of Kaveri river is Mahabaleshwar. Then it flows through Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh and finally reaches to Bay of Bengal. So this is the Mahabaleshwar point. Then it flows through Maharashtra, then Karnataka, then Telangana and then Andhra Pradesh. Here. Then finally drains into Bay of Bengal. This river also forms delta before entering into Bay of Bengal. Mark it as Kaveri river. Then comes the Damodar river. Damodar river, it is the nickname for the Damodar river is Sorrow of Bengal, because like it causes floods in the plains of West Bengal and it flows through the state of West Bengal and Jharkhand, originates from Chota Nagpur plateau. So here is the Chota Nagpur plateau. It originates from the Chota Nagpur plateau, then flows through West Bengal and Jharkhand, then finally it meets with the Hooghly river and drains into Bay of Bengal. So these are your rivers which we have to mark on the Indian political map. Now let's mark the lakes which are asked here. The first one is the Vular Lake. Vular Lake lies in the Srinagar at Bandipur district. and this is the largest inland, it is the largest freshwater lake. Then comes the Sambar Lake. Here is the Sambar Lake. Mark it as Sambar Lake. It is India's largest inland saltwater lake in Rajasthan and was designated as the Ramsar site. Then comes the Chilika Lake. Here is your Chilika Lake. Chilika Lake is the largest brackish water lake, or it is also a lagoon on the Indian east coast. Then comes your Kulleru Lake. Some of the students here used to mark Kulleru Lake here. Instead of here, better to mark your Kulleru Lake here. This is the Kulleru Lake. Kulleru Lake is one of the largest shallow freshwater lake in India, and it is located in Andhra Pradesh between the Godavari and Kaveri river deltas. So यहाँ आपकी ये गोदावरी रिवर आती है, यहाँ कावेरी रिवर है, इनके डेल्टा के बिल्कुल बीच में, क्योंकि यहाँ गोदावरी रिवर का डेल्टा बनता है, यहाँ कावेरी रिवर का, इन दोनों रिवर के डेल्टा के बीच में जो है कोलेरू लेक है, एंड इट इज द largest shallow freshwater lake in India. Then comes the Pulicat Lake. Here is the Pulicat Lake. It lies at the border of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, and also on the, you can say, barricade island of Sriharikota, and it is the second largest brackish water lake of India. So this is all about our map skills. Let's have a recap. This is your Satluj River. Origination is at Rakastal near Mount Kailash. Then enters in India from the Shipkila Pass. Then this is the river course in India, and thereafter it moves out of the India and joins river Indus in Pakistan. Or it is also the largest eastward tributary of river Indus. Then Ganga River. Ganga River originates as Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. Alaknanda originates from Satopant Glacier and Bhagirathi originates from Gangotri Glacier. They both meet at Devprayag, and after this confluence, this river got its original name, that is the Ganga River. Then at the easternmost point, that is the Farakka, again this river, Ganga River, bifurcates into two. Padma River, which enters in Bangladesh, and the stream which enters in West Bengal is the Hooghly River. This is the river course of river Ganga. Then Brahmaputra River. Label it as Brahmaputra River. Now the river course of Brahmaputra it originates from the Chimayungdung Glacier or the Yangtze Glacier. Then in Tibet it is called Yarlung Tsangpo. Then it flows parallel to Himalayas and enters with a sharp U-turn. Here beautiful gorge is there. From the Namcha Barwa it enters into Arunachal Pradesh, and at this point this river is called Dihang River or Siang River. Then from Arunachal Pradesh it enters in Assam. In Assam it is called Brahmaputra River. Then after Assam it enters in Bangladesh, where it is called Jamuna River, and in Bangladesh it gets it joins with Padma river and flows as a Padma river for a little distance, and after that it meet with Meghna river and joins Meghna river and becomes Meghna river. After joining Meghna river, then finally drains in Bay of Bengal, and here it forms a beautiful world's largest delta, that is the Sundarban delta, or you can say Bengal delta or Ganga Brahmaputra delta. इसको तीनों नामों से जाना जाता है. This is the Sundarban delta, which is famous for Royal Bengal tigers and the Sundari trees which are present over here. Then comes the Narmada river. Origination is from the Amarkantak hills of Madhya Pradesh, then flows westward through a rift valley and from the Gulf of Khambhat reaches to Gulf of Khambhat and finally drains into Arabian Sea. Then same is the Tapi river. It is also a west flowing river. Origination point is Satpura range in Madhya Pradesh. Then it flows westward through a rift valley and reaches to Gulf of Khambhat, महाराष्ट्र और ये गुजरात दो में फ्लो करता है, दो स्टेट्स में. Then finally reaches to Arabian Sea, drains into Arabian Sea. Both the rivers, they are not forming deltas over here, they forms estuaries here. And these rivers are west flowing rivers, Narmada and Tapi. And then Mahanadi river originates from the highlands of Chhattisgarh, then enters in Orissa, there finally drains into Bay of Bengal. Before draining into Bay of Bengal, it forms a delta over here. Then Kaveri river originates from the Mahabaleshwar, then moves from these four states and finally drains into Bay of Bengal. These are the rivers. Damodar river is also here, originates from Chota Nagpur plateau, then enters in Jharkhand, West Bengal, and finally joins the Hooghly river and drains into Bay of Bengal. Now let's move with the lakes. Vular Lake, it is in श्रीनगर. वैसे जम्मू कश्मीर में जो श्रीनगर रीजन है उसमें भी बंदीपोर डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, टू बी मोर स्पेसिफिक, तो वूलर लेक वहाँ है. जैसे हम तापी रिवर को अगर बहुत स्पेसिफिक करना चाहें तो ये बैतूल डिस्ट्रिक्ट है मध्य प्रदेश का, ऐसे ही वूलर लेक के लिए बंदीपोर डिस्ट्रिक्ट है. देन सांबर लेक, इट इज इन राजस्थान, इट इज द लार्जेस्ट इनलैंड सॉल्ट वाटर लेक. Then comes the Chilika Lake. Chilika Lake is the largest brackish water lake. Then Kulleru Lake is the one of the largest shallow freshwater lake in India. Then comes the Pulicat Lake. Pulicat Lake is the second largest brackish water lake that lies at the border of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So this is all about the map skill.
सो स्टूडेंट्स, अब हमारा ये चैप्टर नंबर 3 ड्रेनेज आज की इस क्लास में कंप्लीट हो चुका है. बट स्टिल इफ़ एनी स्टूडेंट इज़ हैविंग एनी काइंड ऑफ डाउट, यू कैन आस्क मी एनी डे, एनी टाइम. कीप रिवाइजिंग, कीप लर्निंग. टिल नेक्स्ट क्लास, स्टे सेफ, स्टे होम.